This story is about how I was worried about not being able to get pregnant, but when I finally got pregnant, my husband said we should divorce. Anna had been worried about not being able to have kids since she first got married. She even received fertility treatments for 3 years. Since she was reaching her 40s, she started giving up. Then one day, Anna discovered she was pregnant. Anna thanked God and went to tell her husband Jason, but she found out he was having an affair, and that he got his lover pregnant. In order to get revenge, Anna decided that after she gives birth, she'll never let Jason see their child. 6 months later, her ex-husband called her. I've been married for 7 years and I have been receiving fertility treatments for the last 3 years. I turned 40 this year, so I think it's about time I give up on having kids. But since I've already gone through so much emotional and mental stress, it's hard for me to just give up now. I want to let out my feelings here. I already felt like my time limit was fast approaching when I first got married, but I really wanted kids. I spoke to my husband about it and began my 3-year-long fertility treatment. I was grateful to my husband for letting me do this, even though he seems to have given up. Just give up already. He said many times, but I still continued. Now that I'm about to turn 40, my feelings are beginning to change. If I get older, it'll be really tough to give birth. My husband always wanted to have kids, which is why he helped me until now. If he didn't want kids, he wouldn't have paid for the fertility treatments. But now, he barely listens to me. If it's that tough on you, why don't you stop? That said so simply that I felt hurt. At that time, I really began thinking that giving up was for the best. I've always wanted to be a mom, so becoming pregnant was a hopeful dream. But it wasn't coming true. It's sad, but I guess I have no choice. Logically, I've known I should give up for a while now. I'm getting older, and my husband is getting annoyed at me. I've been telling you to stop for so long. It's just a waste of money now. It's time for you to realize. He made me face the sad truth. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do. Recently, talking about kids has become taboo in our home, and my husband doesn't listen to me at all. At this rate, our relationship will suffer. So, it's really time for me to make a decision. Sharing everything like this, I feel myself calming down a bit. Anyway, once I calm down some more, I'll rethink everything once again. I shouldn't just chase after my ideals. It's time for me to face reality. Afterwards, something happened that no one would ever expected. Something unbelievable happened, so I want to tell you about it. I'm pregnant. I visited my gynecologist today and got the big news. I feel like I'm on cloud 9. After I've been through, I feel so happy that this feels like it must be a dream. I'm already excited. My gynecologist was also very happy for me. I don't know if I can ever be happier than this. Of course, I felt confused at first, but my dream came true. Getting pregnant at 40 can be risky, but I'm ready. I wanted to tell my husband about this as soon as possible. I couldn't wait. I began to worry about how Jason would react, so I quietly waited for him to return from work. Surprisingly, my husband returned exactly on time that day, which gave me something else to be happy about. I quickly began to speak. Welcome home. Actually, I have something I want to talk to you about. What is it? You're smiling so much. Huh? I'm almost worried. Something incredible happened. I went to the gynecologist today. Oh, is that it? Have you finally given up on fertility treatments? No, well, I'll be stopping them, but what, huh? I don't get what you're trying to say. I'm pregnant. The doctor told me, so it's definitely true. He even got an ultrasound photo of the baby. My husband was stunned. What? Are you seriously pregnant? I actually went to the gynecologist to say I want to stop fertility treatments. All of our efforts haven't been a waste. I'm so happy. Of course, there are some risks with giving birth at my age, so I hope you'll support me. When I said that, Jason got an uncomfortable look at his face. He said something I couldn't believe. Hey, do you really plan on giving birth? I felt like time had stopped. I was so shocked that I was at loss for words. My husband continued. There are definitely risks with giving birth at your age, and there are some other things I want you to get mentally prepared to hear. I didn't understand what my husband was trying to say. Other things? Like what? I asked. He took a deep breath. I didn't think you'd get pregnant, so I started dating someone else. She recently told me she's pregnant. Of course, it's my child. Anna, you're an old lady now, right? You're 40 years old. So, I'm sorry, but I want to marry my girlfriend and raise her child. Anna, I want us to divorce, he said. I couldn't understand anything. It felt like my brain was frozen. I never expected he would betray me like this, so I was really shocked. Even when I understood, the reality of it was horrible. I began questioning my husband. Your girlfriend is pregnant? Divorce? Huh? Wait, I can't understand. You've been my side this whole time, so you know what I've been going through, right? So how could you do that? What about our child? Well, there's nothing we can do now. I gave up on having child with you. Seeing you so obsessed about getting pregnant honestly annoyed me. At the time, I met my girlfriend and fell in love. She quickly got pregnant and said she wanted to marry me. So you and I just have to divorce. That's the truth, so please accept it. He pushed me away. That's the truth? I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it now. To think I could go so quickly from feeling like I'm in heaven to feeling like I'm in hell. All I could do was spite him, but he wouldn't change my mind. I want to get remarried with her, so let's divorce. He was being so selfish. I wish at least he didn't say that. I had to make up my mind too. I spent some time thinking, and in the time, I really began to hate him. There's no way I could raise a child with him, so there's no point in staying here. In the end, I agreed to get divorced. In exchange, I came up with conditions. Until the child becomes of age, Jason would have to pay child support, and he would never get to meet my child. I couldn't let this come meet my child. Even if he's the father, I wouldn't let him meet his child. If you'll divorce me, I'll agree to those conditions, my husband said. He lightheartedly signed all the documents. He obviously had no interest in our child. He was just focused on him and his girlfriend. It was enough for him that we were getting divorced, which obviously exasperated me. But when he agreed to 9 conditions, I was relieved. I also received alimony from him, and I intend on making his lover pay too. I was incredibly shocked when he told me he was having an affair. I still can't forgive my husband, but I'm pregnant. I will do all I can to give birth to a healthy baby. Though I don't have a husband to depend on anymore, I feel like if I have my baby, I can handle anything that comes at me. For the meantime, I went to my parents' house. They lived near my gynecologist, which was very convenient. Of course, part of me wanted revenge, but most important was the baby in my belly. Even if I did want to get back at Jason, I don't want to ruin my life by pushing myself too hard. I need to get myself together for the sake of my baby. So though I hate him, I don't plan on getting revenge, raising a healthy baby, and being happy. That's the best revenge. Anyway, he's paying me alimony, so that's sort of like revenge in a way. Of course, there were many things I worried about. When my child is 20 years old, I'll already be 60. I had some money saved up from before I got married, and I received money from the divorce, but I wanted to avoid using them, so that they could be used for my baby in the future. My family was wealthy, so that was a huge help. They said they'd take care of me for a while. Now what I need is rest. After the baby is born, I plan on working a lot. I'm not sure what will happen from now on, but I will do my best for the baby. Anna's husband had an affair, so they got divorced, but then he made a huge discovery. But Anna received strength from the baby, and her resolve was firm. Some time passed. My wounds from getting betrayed by my husband slowly healed, and the baby in my belly is growing healthily. It looks like I have no problem giving birth. Today, I have something else I want to talk about. It's about my ex-husband. Actually, he called me yesterday. I was surprised when my phone suddenly rang. We had decided we wouldn't talk unless absolutely necessary. I decided to pick up the phone. You're calling me. Is it really that important? Jason sounded impatient. Yeah, it is. I hope this makes you happy, he said. I didn't understand what he meant. What are you talking about? The truth is, I wasn't the father of my girlfriend's child. Hearing what he said, I froze. My ex-husband continued. When I asked her to take a paternity test before she gives birth, she refused. I told her I wouldn't accept the child if she doesn't take a test, and the truth came out. The worst thing is, I was her side piece. So you're saying she's actually loved someone else? I asked. Yeah, it seems so. When she got pregnant, he ran away. She didn't know what to do, so she told me it was my child. I was disgusted. What a disaster. Well, I always thought there was something off, the timing and all that. So why'd you call me? I asked. I broke up with her. Well, of course I did. It's not my child after all. There's no way I could raise that kid with her. You get where I'm going with this, right? I had a bad feeling, but I pretended not to understand. No, I don't get it. Jason then said something absurd. Why don't we get back together? Since I'll be paying child support, let's raise the kid together. I froze. I couldn't believe him. He seemed to think it was completely natural for me to get back together with him. My whole body was covering in goosebumps. Of course not. Why do you think it'll be okay? Why? Well, the baby you're pregnant is definitely mine, right? Yeah, unlike someone. I don't have affairs. In that case, let's raise it together. The baby needs a father, right? Even if it needs a father, it doesn't need someone like you. You'll just be a bad influence. But I'll be paying child support. And I'm the father, so what's wrong? This isn't a joke. Of course you're obligated to pay child support. There's no way I could raise a child with you, after you had an affair and betrayed me. You have no right to call yourself a father. I clearly rejected him, but he wouldn't give up. Fine, I was wrong. I really feel bad for having an affair and betraying you. I didn't think she would betray me either, so I know how you feel. I regret what I did, and wonder how could I do something so horrible. You never betrayed me, and you're pregnant with my child, so now I will make you happy. I'll do my best as the baby's father. Hearing him say that made me feel like throwing up. Hey, this isn't something that goes away just because you say you feel bad. I don't want to be happy with you. Just pay me child support. You better live up with the promises you made when we got divorced. Even when I give birth, there's no way I'm letting you meet my baby, I said curt. No way, come on. Let me take care of it. This isn't a joke. Do you think I want to have anything to do with a scum like you? But it's my child. Who was the one who threw this child away and ran to another woman? You have no right to call yourself father after what you did. It's probably true, but if you think it's true, then stop saying such crazy things. I won't change my mind. There's no way I'll get back together with you. At a loss for words, Jason went silent. He didn't seem to regret what he had done, and I felt refreshed now that I was able to get my revenge. I'm sure some people think it's best to have a father around no matter what he's like, but I'm of the opinion that it's better for there not to be one than for it to be someone like him. So there's no way I was going to be with him anymore. Even if he pays child support, I won't let him meet my child. I repeated the conditions of our divorce, and Jason began to cry. Anna, please rethink those conditions. Let's meet up and talk this through. I want to know how big our baby has gotten. So can't you just meet me for a bit? At this rate, my life has fallen apart. I lost the people I love, was betrayed unbelievably, and now I won't be able to meet my child for the rest of my life. I don't care. This is all a result of what you've done. If you didn't have an affair, this wouldn't have happened. I'm so relieved we got divorced. I hung up the phone. I didn't feel like talking to my ex-husband anymore. He really was in luck, but I don't care. I had no plan on changing my mind. I didn't want to deal with that man anymore. So as long as he gave me child support, I will ignore him. But I worried that he wouldn't pay child support, since I said I wouldn't let him meet our child. In order to be able to deal with that if it happens, I'll look for a job and try to find a way to support us. Thank you for listening to me. I feel like I can finally put the past behind me now. I'm a bit scared about giving birth, but I will do my best. I have to face a lot of challenges from now on, so I'm happy that you all support me. Anna's ex-husband got what he deserved. No matter how much he regrets it now, Anna's feelings won't change. Jason has no choice but to live with his life in regret. Now that she knows what happened to him, Anna can let go of the past. If you were in Anna's shoes, what would you do? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment below. See you next time. Bye!